As we continue to follow developments on the damages in Komani, this comes after the area was once again hit by floods as a result of heavy rains over the weekend. 2 vehicles were reportedly swept away by a strong current. So for more on this, we're now joined by reporter Abongile Jantijies. Abongile, good afternoon. Thank you for your time. We've just been in conversation with Gift of the Givers, who've outlined some of the plans that have been put in place for the short term to assist those affected. But where you are stationed, perhaps you could talk to us about the extent of the damage and really what government's response has been to assist those who have been affected.
Well, Komani is really painting a dire picture of the situation here in Komani. The district Kresani says that it's just set a meeting now, and it will sit another one at around 6 o'clock to file a final report with regards to this situation. Well, we're coming to you to a shelter where people who have been displaced are placed at by the municipality and by government. Well, as you can see, the people look helpless, some of them saying they only have the clothes that they have on their backs, and that's only the clothes they have. Some of the children are not even going to school due to the fact that they lost even their clothes, uniform and books, and it's really quite a sad scenes here, and it will be quite a process for them to rebuild their lives. And they are saying that even though there are some forms of intervention, they wish that these things could have been speeded up. We understand that now at least 700 people are stationed at 4 sites here in Komani. And really, even yesterday when we were there, we were speaking to a 65-year-old man who says that he can't even help himself because he lost everything in that in those floods. We understand at least one person has died, a female believed to be in her 20s. But let's get reaction from some of the people who are here. Thanks a lot for your time, ma'am. I understand that your name is Xolelwa. You've been here. How's the situation like?
Yes. The situation here, it was bad because khange sikwazi uphuma nazinto, so thuke yonke into seyilapha yabinguqu. Abanye bethu bawele kwazi izinto zabo zokugqibela. Most especially abantu abadala bebene pressure, bebenyukelwa zizo zonke izinto, abanye becinga baba ngakwazi ukuphuma but khange bakwazi.
Anizohlala lapha kude kuphela ubomi, kufuneka niphinde ndaqhubekeka ngobomi benu. Ukusuka apho kubheka phambili nizokuthini?
Okwangoku besisahleli ibingathi khona into ethi sizawube sibanjiswa ishelter, but akukaziwa phambili sengamahemhem lawo esiwavayo. Asazi ke ngokwangoku uzawuthwani noba sawuphinde sibuyele ezindaweni zethu now, but andiqondi because kwindlela ekuyiyo even izolo elinye bezi over ifloods more than ngokuya eqaleni.
And the Premier was here yesterday saying that he is committing to build houses for you. How does that make you feel in light of this disaster?
Indivisa kamandi lonto because lide lixesha silinde izindlu singazinikwa. Abanye bethu bade batshona belinde ezo zindlu. Ndingavuya kakhulu xa bebona into ngabantu ba indawo isihleli kuya ayikho safe.
Not safe, but why build houses in low-lying areas, informal settlements that is going to be swept away by floods when they come?
Kwindawo esikuzo sashiywa ngomama bethu kuba sisize apha sizokhangela isonka. Sahlala ke kuba singafumani imisebenzi, but ke most yethu apha singoba lapha abalapha size ngabantu abazofuna imisebenzi abanazindlu qinisekileyo kwabona aba balapha.
That was one resident there, Xolelwa Ntabeni, saying that the reason why they build informal settlements at low-lying areas is because they don't have a choice, and they've lived there for most of their time. They grew up there, and they are saying that even though there is some sort of government intervention, but they wish it could be speeded up, and that living here, they'll have to rebuild their lives. But let's bring in the acting mayor, Ubongeka Nobundu. Thanks a lot for your time, ma'am. You've been conducting assessment. What's the estimate of the damage now?
Thank you, Abongile. Good afternoon to you and the viewers at home. The assessment are still ongoing. At the moment, we have not done in all the areas because now, as we're sitting and meeting today, we also discovered that as we had also were hit by these heavy rains yesterday, so the rural areas, that is the rural municipalities that fall under the Krizani district municipality, are also affected badly. Therefore, we have also sent teams today to do the verifications, but we do have reports that have been submitted regarding these floods, and the estimate when we are looking at it, because we are still having to sit another meeting that will fine-tune it, at least they will estimate plus minus $1 billion, because all the roads are damaged, the bridges have been swept away, there are cars, the agricultural sector has been affected, the businesses have been affected. So yeah, at least we are looking at around close to plus minus $1 billion, where we can be able to think we can assist our people.
You are the MMC for infrastructure here in the Krizani district municipality. I just heard on the previous interview that from Corinne Conradi of the Gift of the Giver saying that lack of maintenance to drainage systems contributes to these floods. How do you respond to that?
Okay, thank you. I think that is something that we are also having a discussion with, because when you come to the drainage system, they fall under the municipalities, and because of budgetary constraints, I think our focus was to build infrastructure, because we still have disadvantaged areas that have not received any proper roads or ablution facilities. But we also have a program, because when we are planning for maintenance, mainly it has to be a revenue collection, which is not doing good almost in all the municipalities. So we are also having plans. We are also calling on the private sector to assist us in maintaining those things. Whatever that they can bring to the table will be accepted. But we are also in the Komani area, we are having discussions with the municipality as a district, where we can be able to see if we can take over the drainage of storm waters, because they are affecting our sewer lines.
Okay. Now that this has been declared a disaster by the president, a lot of money will be spent in a short period of time. How do you ensure that these monies will be spent in accordance to the needs of the people?
Okay, thank you. One of the things that we discussed today, because immediately that we're hit by the disaster, we reconvened the JOC that were the one that were preparing for or were handling the COVID-19 to make sure that we are able to send the message and do all those proper researches. So we have also reconvened again where we sit. We invite mayors there, we invite the municipal managers, we invite MMC, everyone that is involved in government, the sector departments, so that we can have proper plans. So when we are making those plans that we are saying we're going to fine-tune, because they have estimates that we said they should use professionals. If it's a road, professional engineers should be rigged in, so that whatever the estimation, we know that it is going to be spent there. And I also, as a government or as a political leadership that is deployed in governments, we have a responsibility, because as much as the disaster proclamation cut the red tapes, we also have a responsibility of making sure that the regulations that guard against procurement and everything that we're always accused of is being followed according to the Disaster Act. Thank you.
So can you guarantee to us that each and every cent will be spent in accordance?
Yes, we can. I can guarantee that, because in that room, everyone have the same feeling. We all have the same pain that is being experienced by our people. So we are hearing their cry. We are going to respond to that.
Any injuries? Any so far? Still that one death?
It is in this meeting we also have, because the death that was reported, it was the one yesterday, and those previous floods we had 3, so we have 4 in total. We have 4 deaths. May their soul rest in peace.
Thanks a lot for your time, ma'am.
Thank you.
Bongeka Nobundu, the acting mayor of the Krizani district municipality, telling us about their plans in place, and she's rushing to a meeting even now to provide a report on how the situation is. And I can tell you that aid organizations have really stepped in here to assist these families, and hoping that the rains would subside and not cause further distractions.
Abongile, thank you for that update. We'll continue to monitor and see what transpired for the rest of the week, just on the back of how various areas within the country have been affected on the back of the floods that have hit over the weekend.